Welcome back. Up to this point in season 2, we've done something important. We let go of idea obsession, we focused on real problems, we forced ourselves to define a real customer. And now we are at the step most people avoid, not because it's technically hard, but because it's emotionally uncomfortable. Talking to customers before you build anything. This episode will save you more time and money than almost anything else in this season if you actually do it. Alright, let's get into it. People avoid customer conversations because they are afraid of rejection, afraid someone will say that's a dumb idea, afraid they'll feel embarrassed, afraid they'll hear something they don't want to hear. So instead of talking, they build quietly. They prepare, they polish, they overthink, they get ready, and then they launch and they hear silence. And silence is the worst feedback because it's not even clear what went wrong. Talking early feels risky, but not talking is far riskier because building without customer truth is like building a house with no measurements. It might look good, but it won't fit anyone. Now, I want to remove a big misunderstanding. Early customer conversations are not sales conversations. You are not convincing, you are not pitching, you are not persuading, you are learning. That's it. If you go in trying to sell, people will resist. They will put up their guard. They will get polite. They will end the conversation quickly. But if you go in trying to understand, people relax. They open up because most people actually like talking about their struggles, especially when you are not trying to extract money from them. So your job is simple. Just stay silent and listen more than you talk. Just listen. Now, what should you talk about? This is where founders mess it up. They talk about their idea, they explain its features, they show mock ups, they ask people to react. Don't do that. Not at first. Talk to the customers about their experiences instead. You want their story, not their opinion. So ask about their current situation, their frustration, what they have tried already, what happens when the problem isn't solved. Good questions sound like, can you walk me through the last time this happened? Where were you? What triggered it? What did you do next? How often does this happen? What's the most stressful part? What does this cost you? Time, money, energy. Stories reveal the truth. Opinions don't, because opinions are cheap and theoretical. Stories are real. Now here is what to avoid asking because these questions feels logical but they produce fake data. Would you use this? Do you like this idea? Would you pay for this? These questions invite politeness, not honesty. People want to be supportive. They don't want to disappoint you. So they'll say, yeah, totally, and then never think about it again. Instead of asking what they do want, focus on what they already do because behavior beats promises. If they're already spending time, effort, or money trying to solve this problem, even badly, that's a strong signal already. If they are not doing anything, it's probably not painful enough. So, how many conversations do you actually need? Not hundreds. Early on, 5 to 15 honest conversations will reveal patterns. You are not looking for consensus, you are looking for signals. Repeated pain, similar workarounds, consistent frustration, the same, oh no, not this again moment. When you hear the same problem from different people, pay attention. That's your market speaking. And when you don't hear the repetition, also pay attention. That might mean you picked a problem that's too rare, too mild, or too scattered. Now, the next question people ask is, okay, but where do I find these people? You don't need special access or powerful networks. Look where the problem already exists. Online communities, Facebook groups, Reddit threads, LinkedIn comments, industry forums, local associations, people you already know carefully. When you reach out, do it with humility. A simple message like, "Hey, I'm trying to understand how people deal with this problem. I'm not selling anything. Could I ask you a few questions?" That honesty lowers pressure. It builds trust and it makes people more likely to speak openly. Now, how do you know if you are learning the right things? After each conversation, ask yourself, did I hear the real pain or vague annoyance? Did they describe workarounds? Did I learn something unexpected? Did they talk about cost, time, money, stress, risk? Did I feel slightly uncomfortable at any point? Because good learning often feels slightly uncomfortable. If every conversation perfectly confirms what you already believed, you are probably leading the answers. You are probably asking questions that steered them. Your goal is not to be right, your goal is to find what is true. Alright, let's warm this up. Talking to customers early doesn't just help you validate an idea, it saves you from building the wrong thing. It saves you from spending money on assumptions. It saves you from emotional attachment to a fantasy. And most importantly, it helps you to earn clarity. Because clarity is what gets you your first customer, not motivation, not hype, not a logo. Clarity. In the next episode, we are going to talk about a common trap: why friends and family are the worst validators of business ideas. Support feels good, but it often hides the truth. Season 2 is about learning truth early while it's still cheap. Thanks for listening. See you in the next one.